Hi, it's Karen. Oh gosh, the more as soon as I got into more talks on what's going on in music, the more stressed it all appears because there's major court battles going on over AI and labeling and all this sort of thing. And I talked about that in my last video. One thing that I want to share with you that the AI hasn't picked up. I studied lyric writing with Pat Pattison of Berklee Music. I also bought his book, and that enabled me in, I'd say, in the 90s into mid 2000s to be able to craft my lyric writing is a skill. It's a skill as considered by the music industry. Now, I would say there is a software program for music industry professionals to hone their craft. Is called Master Writer, and I I think it goes for a few $100s still at this point, and that has helped um, lyric writers shape their craft in writing as lyrics, as being able to match it and marry it with the music. So I attended these lectures of Berklee School of Music, and I, I invested quite a bit of money. Now, the thing is now we have AI that can do everything, but there are some of us who are trained to um, use every tool at our disposal. AI may be faster, but you know, I hear that in Nashville, all the people in Nashville, I'd say the majority of them, especially the ones who have licensed deals, they're all using AI. So AI, if you are signed, you have no choice. It's part of your existence as a musician. And even some of the professional musicians have jumped sign musicians worth a lot of money. Uh, it's a commodity, and commodity wants to keep profiting. So it all depends on what type of music that you want to create. I want to be compensated for all the investment that I've in the years put over my music. I sometimes say, why even produce music? There's so much stuff out there that a lot of people don't want to listen to AI music. There's AI in part and part everything. So an AI inevitably will become a part of everything unless musicians can use old school ways of actually getting their music heard. But a lot of my songs, I went through the statistics yesterday to see who were listening to my songs, and more people have listened to my podcasts than they have my actual songs. So some songs have made it through and they have higher numbers, and some songs weren't even heard, 0.00. So why, as a musician, should I go into the studio and whatever hard earned money that I have, or whatever money that is gifted towards that, or whatever studio time somebody is not getting paid, somebody's donating that because they believe in the work that I do, that's costing them. So the thing is that I ask you, or anyone who is in music, why even produce music when AI is the biggest thing? It's being shoved down our throats, but more so it's everywhere. You cannot, there's ads for AI every time you go online. It's insane madness, really, because they're really trying to push this agenda. It's like and it's almost like it's being forced on us, because it's like at one time, I think it was just a few years ago, they're trying to force people not to use gas cars and force people into electric cars, and in cold countries electric cars don't even work, and the batteries cost more money to maintain and produce. So it's the same thing as this AI stuff. It's like, people are like, these companies, these corporations, because they're like I was saying in my previous video, they're so heavily invested in AI now, globalist, uh, that into all these corporations, that it's also into the Berklee School of Music. There's a course in how to steal commodity music. It's crazy. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. So, like, as a musician, you're not trained to be a musician. You're trained to be a brand. You're trained to be a commodity now. When you're going to music school to study to be a musician, so you have to know all this stuff. You have to become a brand, and you need to become. So it's like, yeah, people are laughing. Listen to this foolish old wise woman who's been through it all. It's too funny. But yeah, it's very serious, because you're paying $85,000 in tuition to go to Berklee. Or, I don't know how many thousands of dollars it is to take credit courses online with Berklee School of Music or other schools of music. But they're really pushing the EI agenda on anyone who's involved in music or entertainment arts. If you do not accept it, you're not going to be able to work. And the thing is that it's a pyramid structure, that the people at the top, they're the ones making the money, and the rest of us were lucky to be able to make peanut butter sandwiches. That's really what it comes down to. Oh gosh. So, like, you're either doing your music for next to free if you want to keep putting music out there. So, myself, as a lyric writer, I can express what's going on in present times and give people hope, people that are the downtrodden by globalism, the people who are not benefiting, the people that are intentionally oppressed and need cheering up. My driver yesterday, wow, he has a stereo system in his car, and he played my video on his screen in the car, and he has this awesome stereo system. So it was such a surreal experience to see my own work or listen to my own work in the backseat of a car. Like, that was very surreal experience for me as an artist to experience that. So yeah, I'm glad I did it. But really, I still, like, yeah, if you want to survive the music game, you don't have a choice. I think AI is really being forced on it, and on us as people in music, as musicians, as vocalists, as singers, as writers. AI isn't going away. Like, I was heavily invested in, and I knew that years ago. I've been in battle with, it's like whether I sign or not sign, and it's like, oh, you signed, then people automatically think you're going to be worth millions of dollars, and still the artist sometimes gets the back end of the stick, always, and some people, it's that they turn into a commodity. They're a product. They're not a person. And a lot of people don't get that. And so, yeah, and if you explain every little detail to somebody that doesn't know music production, they're not going to have a clue what it is. But ultimately you're ruining their consumer experience because they are buying a product. So yeah, your whole, like if you're using every tool available to you, the crazy thing is the old school tools, like there's programs that you can buy into. I worked on Pro Tools, I worked on Reaper, and I could compose on Reaper. There's programs that you can buy into on Reaper that you can do an orchestrated score if you want to. You don't need AI. AI just does it a lot faster if you're composing something. You use the stems in AI and you can compose a automated orchestra into your composition using AI, but it may be under 10 minutes that you do it. It all depends on how long you can build track upon track upon track. You can do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but really there is software that you can use. You can have the exact same effects and it's not AI. So we're trying to, I think a lot of people need to go back to what is AI. Photoshop could be considered as AI. It's just the tools are just a lot more advanced now. So they're trying to sort it all out, and really AI has been integrated into software, into all kinds of stuff that we've been using over a decade. So it's just nuts. And a lot of the people in the music business has been using AI for a very long time, and no one knew, no one cared. Like, it's just, they want to have a polished song that is media worthy, and that, if, like, they put their investments into AI. Music artists, I think even Madonna, like, I'm not getting into naming names, I don't care, but the thing is that was years ago. It was years ago. I think it was even maybe a decade ago that a lot of the big name music artists got together and they invested into what is AI. So, of course, they want to keep raking in the millions, whatever. So, but the thing is so now, uploads of AI are going to be restricted. So you might be able to upload 5 tracks a day instead of like 100 to 1,000 tracks a day, which I think is fair. I myself, I get sick, like from the EMFs coming off the computer. I have a little bit of a shield, but it doesn't protect me, and I get really burnt out trying to form tracks or send tracks by email, or what I do in the studio. Yeah, and you know, I don't think some people care. Like I, again, because I'm an unsigned artist. I wasn't in agreement with your force. Like, you're gagged when you sign into a corporation. You're gagged, basically. You're lucky if you have any freedom of speech. So I'm thankful that I'm able to express what I want to express as an artist and still have any kind of voice. So, but no, I can't admit, like, I'm not making as to what money I'm making, but I'm definitely not making into what a lot of people are getting. I definitely, like, I'm the one that's getting the peanuts thrown at me, and I'm one of the people that need it the most. Isn't that always the way? The people that actually need to make a decent living, they're the ones that are intentionally oppressed, and the ones that don't need it. Yeah. So hopefully they're charitable. And, some of those people who are silent people, they're anonymous, they will donate, uh, donate things. Like, I've had studio time donated to me because there's no way I was able to afford it, and there's no way I could get my voice or my art out there. So I feel very blessed to be able to have studio time donated to me, but that's an investment on that person's part and able to do it, or it's a gift, so. But the thing is that yeah, it's like it's profit and greed and who gets what piece of the pie, really, when it comes down to it. And if you're a creative and you do your own thing, you'll get a slice of it. And if you are using a bit of AI for whatever reasons, and then that's even more of a slice. It's like a line off of a very minuscule thing that you'll get from being able to create music. So yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame, really. But yeah, so I don't like signing my rights away. And the thing is you are controlled by those corporations when you sign whatever you're signing. So, and most artists, with all the conferences that they go to and consult with their entertainment lawyers, more people that are making a living off of them to protect their rights. Even at that, the costs are phenomenal. And, well, you got to pay into just to have a dream. It's like change the dream because, yeah. But the thing is we all need some form of retreat or escapism from reality. Or, yeah. And like, my music sometimes can be considered as primitive music, or who's going to want to listen to it. I thought about getting one of those sticks that you can tune and just playing a stick and saying, here, I'm a primitive. Maybe you AI folks, maybe you AI folks. Maybe you AI folks just look at me as one of those primitive human beings. I'm just so basic. I'm just so simple minded. Yeah, it's all laughable. So anyway, yeah, it's not on my credits. The AI is putting together my life experience. Thank you, AI, because there's a lot of things I can't even keep up to myself sometimes. So AI does it for me. I didn't even ask it to. It just put everything I've accomplished in my life into my bio. Thanks, AI. And anyhow, but you missed that I studied lyrics at the Berklee School of Music. I studied lyric writing with Pat Pattison. So hey, Pat, because Pat is a big part of the music industry. All these people. So now it's all these commodified, branded clones that are taking over the music industry that are not even human. And Pat Pattison, I have to teach him lyric writing. Anyhow, I've had my fun. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.